orange, blue. Farmer's high stake.
Oh
funky,
no!
Eggs.
My
Farmer's
preview!
eggs.
We're not. But I just gotta know one thing. Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
All right, good morning and happy Memorial Day weekend for my US friends. Welcome to the Grindhouse 3v3 League Week 4. Today, we've got quite a few matchups today. Joining me today is Mr. Grindhouse himself, Cool Nerd Games, here to back me up on stream. He will be playing on stream today. We are going to go over the matchups in just a second, but Meisner, how you feeling today?
Hello. Man, you know, we were just talking about this before the stream started. Like, I love the intro music. I love the old school Triple H, Are You Ready? I don't know even if anybody knows who that is at this point. I'm really dating myself, but I love the intro. It's so good. I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am just coming off a little celebratory getaway with me and my wife. We are celebrating 2 years of being married. That's coming up. Tomorrow is the official anniversary date, but we wanted to get it away, and the dates just lined up that we could kind of keep things going here. But to get into the matchups for today, we've got four things lined up for you guys. We've got Team X3 versus Cosmos. Their A tier is going to be taking on Cosmos A tier today, starting to be our first matchup here. Followed up next, we're going to have High Stakes versus Farmers Only. That's going to be the B tier, rounding us up at 1:35 p.m. Mr. Meisner will be disappearing from the casting just to be able to showcase his skills here. And then when he loses, we're going to grill him on it live on stream. It's going to be great. Y'all are going to love it.
But what about if we win? Do we get to do I get like a whole 10-minute montage? Can I bring the team up? Do we get to just gloat, or how's that work?
I'll give you exactly 30 seconds to glaze yourself and your teammates, and then
Okay.
We're moving on.
All right, cool.
But that's going to be your second matchup. Coming up third, we've got Funky Monkeys taking on the Eggs at the A tier. That'll be around 210. Get a nice matchup there. They have filled in the spot that was left vacant. But as a reminder, if you cannot get your stream match scheduled for when it's planned, be sure to get that scheduled same day, and there won't be any problems. But and if you can get a replacement, even better. So that's what happened here. We have replaced the C tier match that was supposed to be taking place here with an A tier match, and that's just an example of how you can avoid any point deductions. So if you can't make the stream time, but you could still make Sunday, that's not a problem. Just let us know ahead of time, and you can get things going. But to round things out, similar thing happened with the coaches match. We replaced the Funky Monkeys versus Eggs match today with Farmers Only versus Eggs going on today, and we will be kicking things off shortly here. We just need to check with the players, make sure they're all good.
Just sent them all the password to get on, so they should be ready to rock.
Yeah, so as soon as they're ready, I can go ahead and get into the sequence. They're starting to pull up. And be sure to let them know not to get into this a little too early. I do have to kind of introduce the players in the teams that we got going on for today.
Yeah, and I told them don't join up until we say we are ready. So they're waiting on us. We can make them wait forever if we need to.
I did make that boo-boo in the scheduling. That last coaches match is actually Farmers versus High Stakes. For some reason, my brain put that as Eggs. I left that there from last week. That's what it was. But that's fine. Little boo-boo, no big deal. So as soon as we get all those players in, we've got some of Team XV showing up. They're hyped and ready. Just need to get...
Waiting on a couple more to join up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, so the stream, the Are You Ready? Again, dating myself, but, you know, back in the late 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, Triple H, a wrestler from the WWF, was kind of punking WCW because they had Bruce Buffer. Everybody knows Bruce Buffer's, you know, let's get ready to rumble. And so anyway, that's where that Are You Ready comes from. I don't know if anybody even knows that at this point. So that's how old I am. But this is the crazy thing. Like you chose that song with, you know, for the video. We never talked about it, but I'm actually in the process right now. I'm watching Peacock. On Peacock, they have every WWF match from when, you know, it started to where it ended. And I'm literally right in what's called the Attitude Era right now. So while he's actually doing it, that's what I'm watching as my, you know, go to bed stuff, or like when I'm doing stuff that I don't have to watch the TV, I just have it on in the background. That's literally where I am right now, which is just, you know, coincidence. They always say there's no such thing as coincidences. I say there's always coincidences. So we're living in a simulation, in case you were wondering.
Looks like we do have our first matchup of the day ready, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it here. Taking the pitch up, it is Team XV taking on the Cosmos here. Your first lineup for Team XV is Kiriko, Cypher, Smite, and Thick Salsa. For Cosmos, we've got KP, you know him, you'll love him, Savage Gnome, the Ryan, and Fluffy. This is going to be an absolute heater to get things started here. And I'm so excited to get into week 4 of the Grindhouse 3v3 League. And man, I'm ready for some games. How about you?
I am very ready for this first match. This is gonna be a barn burner to start.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to see. I think early predictions. I want to see if KP is online and hot. I think he's gonna give XV a run for their money. It's a solid bunch of players, but I think if there's anybody that can make the difference in this lobby, KP has that opportunity too.
What do you think the difference will be with KP? What do you think we need to see more of?
What do we need to see more of KP? He's always been that rotational and demo menace. Oh, Barl is trolling me real quick. There we go. Fix that. All right, we're good now. They are in the lobby, so as soon as it decides it wants to kick off, we are good to go. And there we go. We are on the kickoff. Let's get things started here. Opening things up will be Cosmos with an early advantage on kickoff. They're able to keep that, get the boost off of that, but we're seeing Smite able to take a great clear out mid, and Sedge will be able to take some time here for his team. Taking it through that corner, and that will be our opening 15.
That was a nice kick out by Smite.
Oh yeah, I'm loving this defense from the Team XV. Is just making things kind of, you know, people warming up, trying to get the nerves out of stream. We're seeing a few little backflips, but some good interceptions and some good play here from the Cosmos, trying to keep that pressure. And a 1-2 down the field. Is there a shooter there for Cosmos? Oh, not quite. KP was looking, he was hungry for it, but not quite making
a little high. It's always that first game jitters. I always feel like everybody kind of starts off a little bit. Oh, we got to go first, game 1.
Yeah, hold on. The game audio's a bit quiet. Let me bump that up just a little bit, but trying to make sure that Meissner doesn't jump scare y'all. Yeah, because the audio is weird. I need to set up voice meter and just haven't had time for it.
I've been known to do that. I've been known to scream when people score.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the young Rocket League player in me. It comes out sometimes. I can't help it. I can't control it.
Yup.
It's uncontrollable.
Yup. Exactly. So I need to set up those separate audio sources. But anyways, back in the game. We're a minute and a half into here, and it's been really even. We're seeing some mechs come out. We're seeing some good ball movement around the pitch. But nobody really making any mistakes here. It's definitely, like you said, that they realize that, hey, we're first on stream. We just need to make sure that we show up, not make any too crazy mistakes. Teams are really kind of trying to feel each other out and see who can make this first strike here.
Again, I always feel like it's game one. It's this feeling out stage where they're just kind of seeing what's working, what's playing, what's not. How are they feeling? How how are their touches going? And then all of a sudden, it feels like you get into game two, and it's like a different game.
Oh yeah, that's where we see a lot of our like 5-1 matches. That's when things get like really crazy. But I'm starting to see Cosmos come alive here. Seeing some aggression on some of these plays. Like I saw Cypher almost get bumped off a ball, and if he as last man, and if KP had gotten that bump, that was going to be an instant goal off of that. And things are getting pretty close. The saves are really starting to come out here. Ooh, loving it. Slow play here, keeping things
the
nice.
Defense has been good on both sides so far too. It seems
everybody's solid. We're not quite seeing any like huge mistakes here. It's been really back and forth, but a ball up to Cypher here. KP will have to meet that, but as he's low on boost, it's a little bit scary. Smite will receive this in the midfield, looking for some combo action off the side wall. Reads it again, passes back to himself, and slams that home to open us up for Team XP. Good recovery there on the flip to keep with that ball. Slaps that one off the quarter.
Himself, man. That's what I love.
Beautiful.
Doing. I love passing to myself, bro. Just knocking it home. It feels so good.
Fantastic start there. And off the kickoff, it will be Smite with the possession. He's going to try and take a 50 here and see if he can get some boosts. As we have a scramble in the corner, everybody is up and trying to slap each other. And double commit on the defense there. And Avengers assemble. The entire Cosmos offense has moved up the pitch as they got in this clear. Probably going to use that for a little bit more boost grabbing, reorganize themselves. But, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you kind of get lost and send everybody in the kitchen sink to try and make things happen. And Smite will find himself with some time here because of that, as they have now, Cosmos tried to find some time for some boosts.
Doesn't the energy just feel different after the first goal? Like, it feels like everything kind of turned up. As soon as that first goal happened.
Everybody's woken up. They're like, it's here. They broke the seal. It's time to go. Yeah, we're seeing Cosmos panic a little bit. Their positioning's gotten a lot more aggressive. Their challenges are being a lot more divey. As they have we have a minute left and we have to score. We have to do something.
Yeah. Like
KP diving that, clearing that ball out from the Team XP possession on 0 boost, trying to make something happen. But that's kind of what you got to do in these positions. It's like, it's getting desperate. We got a minute left. We got to get a drive going. We got to get some possession happening. But it's almost like that, speed is a curse.
Yep.
I said that last week about I was on some synthwave strats, team listen to the same music strats. I really think that kind of thing can help in these kind of situations, because look, it's just been Team XP holding this ball down.
They've kept the pressure up, it feels like, the entire time.
And a lot of it has just been the patience of Team XP there to just get that one kind of opportunity and then just hold it, not overcommit. You can watch these players. We have the return of the crash bug. So that will be game 1 to Team XP, and for some reason it is upset at me and decided that I am now going to crash. Of course, because we solved this bug. Yeah, we solved this bug. So obviously we have to bring that back, Can't just have it nice and smooth. So I'm gonna have to do some investigating to can you slide me that code real quick, or send me a party invite? That's probably better. That's probably more secure.
I got you on that. I got you on that party invite.
Yeah, that's probably the more secure of the options there. And then I can join that party match. Wait, why aren't you in a match?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in here. I'm watching.
Oh, there it is.
I'm watching.
Sorry, Rocket League was trolling me.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, do you know, just in recap of what you were saying about music and mentality and all that, it's been scientifically proven, obviously, that there's dopamine levels that are delivered via music. So by putting the same music on with your team, it allows you guys that ability to maybe even kind of mold together, meld together, or kind of sync up because you're listening to the same thing. It's a really actually great strategy.
Yep. And sweet. So we are back into it. We're going to go ahead and swap into this in-game view now. And we'll get started here into our second match of the day. Or sorry, second game of the day. Team XV taking that 1-0 to lead things out. And then off the
I think you're right. I didn't feel like Kingpin really made a dominant stance there in game 1. I think if we see him do that in game 2, we could see this go 1-1.
Mm-hmm. And I saw flickers of it. I saw little lights of it because he was going for bumps. He was going for plays. They weren't quite being executed the way that like he had wanted them to. We saw some dives and some bump opportunities there that had they have working out, that would have been a fantastic play there. But it just quite wasn't happening. And I think if we see a little bit more of that like finishing there from Kingpin, not to diminish the efforts of Sedge and Savage Dome, but someone who is looking for those plays is going to be KP. He's going to be a little, as he is like a little bit higher ranked than the other two. I would expect him to be the one on his team to be making those opportunities happen. But look at this. Off the corner, he looks to dab. Ooh, Savage Nomo, but it's Savage almost puts it back into Kingpin for another shot and get that little redirect, and that would have been a hell of a play, but it doesn't quite reach KP there. Sedge will bang this one out for his team, and we'll buy some time here.
It just feels like some overall hesitation from the Cosmos overall from what we've seen from game 1 and even into this game. I feel a little bit like it's like they just need to turn it on a little bit more. Just crank it up just a little bit more.
And we need to see a little bit more finesse on the executions here as well, because we've seen some good kind of positioning here from his teammates, but we've seen a few shots that could have been on, just kind of going a bit more wide than we were hoping for. Might hit the crossbar, might be over, might be a little out to the side, and we're not really seeing that. We're not really seeing the offensive opportunities here from Team XV compared to game 1, but it is continued. Like, if there's a calm and consistent team, that's going to be Team XV here, as they just lob this one off the corner again, and Kiriko is able to find that hole in the defense here. Fakes this one out, well, gets that touch pop back off him and makes 2 awkward, and is able to put one back as KP isn't quite back enough to save that one there.
Yeah, they're just playing smart. It feels like it's very smart, and like you said, it's not rushed. It's just there. They're just taking what comes to them and they're rolling with it.
Whereas Cosmos is looking to try and force a few plays a bit more. Yeah. And that's kind of making things a little bit more awkward for them. They are probably going to get more clips throughout the season if they continue that kind of play style, which would be really cool to see. But as far as winning points in the tournament, in the league play, I think Team XV is a team to be looking at as far as consistency here on the air tier.
Agree.
Ooh, Cypher is able to slot that on the back post. What a bouncing. Let's see that angle. If it'll show it to us. Ooh, man, that's a deadly shot. KP was barely low on boost and just couldn't quite reach that one. Misreads that slightly.
So far, Cosmos just doesn't have an answer for the play from XV so far. It's looking like they could be pulling away if they don't turn something around here.
And this is one of those positions that's really hard to be in, where it's like you're not doing bad by any means, but things are still just kind of going wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where it's like you kind of have to play this out and feel it out, and then eventually, if you trust your teammates and you guys find your rhythm, it'll be fine. Sometimes, like if you get really desperate, maybe a substitution is warranted, but if you guys feel like you're playing well and you know that's like one of those situations of things just aren't working out, but it's like just right there, then maybe like that's another opportunity there that could have been really good, but a little awkwardness in the midfield on that third man leaves Team XP with another freebie off of this. Like he's got.
I wonder if Savage thought that goal was in, and you know, I do that. I'm so guilty of that sometimes, where I'm so convinced the ball's in the net that I like let out of the play, and then all of a sudden something comes banged right to me, and I'm like, great, I look terrible.
It's just off the crossbar, and you're not ready for it. Ooh, that's a nice touch there to himself. Keeps things close, so able to pop it over one. Sedge is taking it downtown. He's looking for the expressway goal. Should put his team into the match because they have now 4 goals unanswered. Smite is looking to dunk. And a close save there by Savage will pop that up. And the Cosmos defense will scramble to try and clear this one as Team XV is looking to take more shots. And now we're seeing a bit more of an aggressive XV here. They're feeling themselves. They've gotten warmed up. And now we need to see that if we're going into game 3 and we're Team XV, got to be feeling good about ourselves. They're able to put another one behind the defense here. We're seeing a lot of double commits trying to keep things clear because they're getting these almost goals, and it's absolutely ruining the Cosmos defense because it feels like
what the comms sound like over on that side of the house.
Oh yeah, it's got to be rough. I feel like they have to come in with like a oops. Sedge has almost gotten a freebie there. Good kickoff there for the Cosmos. We'll see if this kind of spills out to the Cosmos. Savage will be able to take a pop shot at net, but doesn't quite have the sauce he's looking for. And some aggressive play here as looking for some good first man off the ball play. And this ball will be kind of sitting in the corner as we try and find a good bump there, but Kiriko is able to hold on to that one and keep that one safe for Team XV. Cypher flicks over one. He's got the opportunity to pop it on target, and he is able to put that past KP. And they are running away with this game 2 here, and this is awesome momentum for Team XV.
That was a good shot by Cypher there too. Good play.
Yeah, the absolute finesse on that. Like he, textbook, love to see it. We have off the kickoff, bounce off the backboard. Team XV will kind of find each other here, but kind of give that ball back up to the Cosmos. We'll just have to see if they can make anything happen here.
Now,
go ahead.
The argument here is that is Cosmos setting up for the reverse sweep. I've been hearing rumors of that lately, that everybody's trying for the reverse sweep versus the sweep, and I'm like, well, that's one less point, but I guess it's possible.
Yep. And that will be another game for Team XV, which is getting spooky. And I mean, if you want to set up for the reverse sweep and then go for it, that's up to y'all. Now, we do have the Ryan in the wings here. Do you think we're going to see a substitution?
I think it's possible. Anytime you see the full team in the lobby ready to go, and again, maybe they're sandbagging again. Maybe they're waiting. Maybe they were trying to get some feelers out there before they go throw somebody in there. That's totally a thing too.
Slide into their invite real quick. Yeah,
gotcha.
And because for some reason Boxmod wants to be silly, and I'm pretty sure I know what the problem is, but it's still just kind of like kicking me out, and I'll have to do some finagling where I delete a plugin and reinstate it because it gets upset.
I'll just keep not readying in until we got you ready. That's fine.
We'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Listen, if it weren't for a couple of bugs here and there, would it really be a Grindhouse?
Excuse you. Excuse you. We have great production.
Hey, you know what? What was it? I'm not gonna lie. I really loved the Zach Wagon troll last season of the muted microphone. The man's he's a comedian, comic genius. Just
comedic genius.
Absolutely. Just I loved it.
And we did see that substitution there for Savage Gnome for Ryan. Let's see if this is the answer that Cosmos was looking for. But they are down 2, and so they got to make it happen this game if they want a series. Ryan is very aggressive and will challenge things without hesitation. So then that might just be what the Cosmos need. Right. They've been playing patient, and they've been a little miscommunication-y. A lot of double commits, but if they can get someone aggressive upfield that's spaced out from his teammates like the Ryan typically does, he was going to catch Team XV off guard here, and they might be able to get a shot or two in here. Let's see, as we come down for the first minute, it's been a little bit about kind of the samey, where you've gotten some patient play again here from Team XV. They've been really good. It's going to keep things under control, but good save there from Kingpin. Low boost plays all around, so if they can kind of keep control of their boost, I think that's going to be the difference maker. If Cosmos can figure out that they need to kind of control their boost a bit more, and like see right there, Kingpin had an opportunity to go up and challenge this ball that Smite's kind of controlling right now, and he had to turn back because he didn't have any boost. But it looks like they will find their first break here, as they caught the Team XV defense a little lacking here as Kiriko's flipped upfield with no boost, and he just wasn't quite there to make that save. Looks like he also missed that corner there, so he wasn't able to get back and make a save there. So Cosmos now on the board. Do you think that's enough for the momentum to change?
You know what? Once that first goal finally gets in, you almost feel a sigh of relief. Like it's there. It's like there's less
something.
Uh-oh, what did we do?
No. That's what I mean. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like sigh of relief. Oh, we did something. We
right,
pulled
exactly.
up toting something.
It's almost like some of the tension just kind of gets lifted a little bit, you know. Once you get up, especially when you're up, it's that feeling of, okay, we're in this, we've got this, we're up one, you know, let's just keep the momentum going, right?
Ooh, that was such a good pass on, but Ryan was just a little impatient on the jump there. We'll have to play that one out, and it ends up in the Cosmos backfield, but we'll have Sedge with a crossfield looking for Ryan. He's able to redirect it.
What a pass into a shot. Wow.
And now Cosmos starting to feel each other. Look at that pass. The vision from Ryan to be that far across to hit that redirect is fantastic. We love to see that.
Shot from Sedge as well. What a great play to take him up 2-0.
That is quite the counter. They got to be feeling themselves now. That is definitely what they were looking for, as far as looking for some impact plays. Ooh, it's coming down.
In your perspective of this, on the other side of the field now, you know, you're up 2-0. You're up 2 games to nothing. They come back and just make an absolute pressure on you in game 3, going up 2-0. How do you turn this around, going up now 3-0?
Well, I think it's you go back to what you were doing, because like we're seeing it here. Smite dove there as third man with 2 in net, in the opponent's net. So if you kind of go back to what you were doing as far as keeping things calm and controlled, like you're not going to have this kind of explosive game that Cosmos is having, but it will be more consistent and controlled for your later stages. And you got to be thinking about the series here. You can't be thinking about this game in particular, because like if you win this game, you win this game. That'd be great, but you shouldn't be praying for it when you're down 3 with 2 minutes left. Anything can happen here, but when things get to kind of this position, you need to start kind of thinking about the next kind of match here, keeping things calm. But we're seeing still good kind of possession plays here from Kiriko and Team XV. Ooh, just didn't quite connect on there. But if they can kind of like, it looks like the goals have kind of settled in and they're kind of keeping things calm here. That's a bounce up, and Kiriko is able to put that one away for Team XV.
Kiriko's been playing really good today, man. A lot of really nice touches, good shots on goal.
Good placement, good patience.
Yeah, it's been looking really good.
Love to see it. They have a minute and a half to see if they can maybe turn this into a sweep. See what's going on here. Kiriko again looking for those teammates in the middle, but they got to keep each other communicated. Ooh, that's a nice pop, but Smite is just barely able to get that. Didn't look like he was going to be able to. KP's got that one covered on the low ball. Ooh, Sedge with that double. Now it looks like we're back into kind of a neutral state. The momentum's kind of fallen back into some more neutral play. We're not seeing as crazy. We're seeing a lot of double commits here on Team XP. They're definitely feeling they're feeling the pressure here to like make things happen. So hopefully they don't let it get to their heads as far as like we need to win, we need to win, we need to win. Of course they do, but you can close out the series in a more controlling manner You don't need to be double committing. You have the time. You give them a game. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Feels like Cosmos put the lid on the Instapot and hit the start button, and it's just starting to build the pressure up as we've seen through this match.
But no, Cosmos, they're playing like Team XV did game 1.
Yeah.
Where it's like, now that they feel like they're in control, they've slowed down a lot. And the spacing's gotten a lot better, the boost management's gotten a lot better, and we're really seeing like the answer to what they should have been doing in like game 1 or game 2 now. But that's gonna be game number 2 here for the Cosmos, putting them on the board now.
I mean, difference maker right there was the Ryan. Maybe that substitution is exactly what was needed.
Just that little momentum shift, probably enough to make things happen. Plus a good showing there for the Cosmos. They were able to take game number 3 there. We'll need another invite, as you know.
I got you.
Funny, haha. That's so annoying. I fixed it and it wasn't a problem, and now it's back.
Did we determine is it a Bacchus mod issue, or
yeah,
is it
it's a
bar
plugin
issue, or is it both?
So it's like I'm creating like replay data as far as like for like a dynamic scoreboard that I'm working on. I'm trying to do that, and it gets really upset when I'm not in the game.
It just doesn't like it. It's like, hey, no.
Yeah. It doesn't like it. So like it creates like a CSV of all the like the match information and like how the players did and things like that. But it's like it just gets upset when I'm not in it. So I need to find a way to do that, and I think I have an idea in my head, but I'm not quite sure. I'm still testing it, so it's not ready to be shared yet. But again, anyways, back to the series. Let's go ahead and update that Barl, because for some reason it gets upset. Sometimes it updates, sometimes it doesn't with the crashes. But Cosmos took game number 3. We're here in game number 4. Seeing if things are going to be different here for Team XV.
You know, again, the slow, methodical play that we saw from XV, I don't feel like happened there in Game 3. And I think that's what they need to do, is get back to their roots for Game 4. And frankly, I think if your Team Cosmos is just keep the pressure up here and keep them out of getting back into that zen that they were in for Game 1 and 2, right?
Ooh, Ryan's looking
had
for
a great touch there.
Sauce, dog. Ooh, but that's a dangerous ball here for Cosmos, and XV does get the touch, but it's not on target. Smite will be able to take this one upfield. Go a little solo play, go a little reset, go for the block there. Find Cypher, looking for a teammate, but Sedge will intercept that, and that is a 3rd man commit. Can Cosmos put this one away, and it's off the post. Unfortunate there for KP. He was looking for it. Didn't quite find it. Seen a little meckies. Just kind of vibing.
Little meckies.
See a little meckies. We're getting a little flippery resetties. Slap that on the backboard, and we're waiting things to happen here.
This game feels much more even than the last game already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, off the corner. Kiriko. Finding Smite. It's their 3rd man jump, and Cypher's put that on target, and Sedge says he'll finish it for you.
My goal. That's what I always say. My goal.
My goal.
Yeah, it's a tough save to make from back there as well, just with the downward angle, right? I mean, you got to go for it, and sometimes it ends up going in the net anyway after you touch it.
Oh, yeah. And like one of the strongest defenders is a shooter that misses.
Right.
Yes, this is your A tier matchup for out the gate. Next up, we got a B tier match for high stakes versus farmers coming up next. But anyways, back into this. This is game number 4 with a minute and a half left and an own goal to get things kind of started here for Team XV. Or not Team XV. It was gifted an own goal very kindly from Sedge. But that might be the momentum and time killer that they need, that play their calm and consistent game. and lock this down for a Team XV win. Ooh.
You know, some people like Christmas year-round. Christmas in May, I totally get it. You know, a one-goal gift, own goal. Hey, it happens, you know?
Yeah.
Santa came really early this year.
Oh my, Cypher's able to clear that one out, get the save, avoid the air dribble bump, and then also manage to air dribble bump his teammate, and then play that one out. Woo. It's a little spooky on the defense here for Team Cosmos, but they're making it happen here. They got a minute and 50 seconds to make things happen. We got one up. Good flick forward, looking for that aggressive bump afterwards. And control the boost after, make things happen. But we got Cypher again, looking for that 1v3 as he flicks the first one. Second man dives, and then he doesn't quite able to get the follow. Ooh, big redirect there, but Ryan's able to hold that one down for Cosmos. KP will pop that one out. We got a little bit of a double commit. Ooh, is he looking for it?
Ooh, more sauce.
Ryan's getting this sauce. He isn't able to quite finish it yet, but like, man, he's getting himself in some very saucy positions. Nice.
Stirring the pot before it sticks to the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. Good patience there. He is demoed, so he won't be able to flex for us, but I'm loving the vision. It's just kind of how threes goes. If you got to do your thing and get out, it's fast.
Yep.
Ooh, a bit of a misflip. Let's see, smite. Trying to find a teammate there. Bang it forward. He sits up, looking for the redirects. Isn't able to find it. Very close. We're getting teased today. There's some almost bangers. We got one banger from that team play back in game
That was
number
a great
3.
pass. I'll do a great shot, yeah.
Looking to recreate some of that magic, but it's not quite happening here for Team XP.
Yeah, 20 seconds left here, and Cosmos has really got to turn it on here and get this tied up.
Mm-hmm. They're getting a free ball here, but with low boost, they gotta get these pads, bang it forward, try and find a teammate, and make something
That's a
happen.
big demo.
Ooh, that's a good shutdown from Cypher. Got low boost on XP.
Oh.
Here comes KP
Oh.
looking for the game,
Oh!
and we're in overtime.
OT! And look, Kingpin turned it on right when he needed to.
Right
It was almost
when he
like
needed
had a
to.
light switch ready and said, "You know what? It's time." And stuck it in there in the goal. We go up 1-1 overtime. Let's not see an overtime kickoff goal here.
You worked this hard to get here. Now, can you do it again? That is what they needed. That is a saving, heroic play. Ooh, good 50 there. He's going to try and find KP. Ryan's low on boost, so he'll try and make this happen. But he is backed up by his teammates, and we'll make things happen. Seeing some good play here through the orange half here. We're trying to find some teammates, trying to create some opportunities. It's a little bit of an awkward touch there. We got Cypher up. He will pop this. Not quite where he's looking for, but we got a triple commit on defense. See if that kind of comes back to bite them, as now we have a little bit of low boost here for Cosmos. KP's the only one that's got boost, but he's in net. Might try and get bumped here, but is able to kind of sort these things out. And Smite's going to be looking for the sidewall. Doesn't quite find it. This is pre-jumped and shut down. Ooh, but Kiriko able to put the nail in the coffin there for the series there. Coming out of nowhere.
This is a really good game.
Again, off that corner and into the net. They scored 3 times that way, and that's just how it's going to be. And that is Team XV taking that one for the Team XV.
That would be that's 6 points. 6 points, not
6
8,
points. Yes, because
yeah,
they lost one game. So, good solid play there from both teams. We will love to see it. And now we'll have our B tier matchup. Let me go ahead and pan back to that schedule real quick.
Me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was your A tier matchup. Team XV versus the Cosmos. And coming up next, we've got High Stakes versus FarmersOnly.com. We're going to take a short little 5-minute to get teams and lobbies and stuff ready. And we will be right back. I'll throw on some quick graphics for you guys, and we will be back in just a minute. There we go. There we go. We're back. I was muted because I made a silly Billy. We are totally good to go though. All right, sweet. We are back and things are chilling. All right, so we got our next matchup here. This one is going to be Team Farmers Only versus High Stakes, and Cool Nerd has gone off to play his match in there. I'll be introducing the teams in just a second. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into this matchup number 2 of the day. It's going to be High Stakes versus Farmers Only at your B tier division. Farmers Only, we got taking the pitch. We got Spicy Shinobi, Cam, MF Wolfer, and Scott Trump. For High Stakes, we've got Mr. Grindhouse himself, Cool Nerd Games, Shintox, Q Full, and Brown Bread ready to go. We've got the next matchup coming in shortly. I am super excited to see how our guest caster of the day is going to perform, and we're going to grill him after this match. All right, getting into our second match of the day, and I had forgotten to do the funny thing where we update all those scoreboards and things would have been pretty. So give me just a second while I do that. So on the orange side, we have High Stakes, so that means that this one is going to be Farmers Only, and we'll update those assets, make things pretty for you guys. Bonk. And Stakes. We are so professional here and make things look perfect every time. No sweat. There we go. All right, getting into the match. So, coming in here, what do I expect kind of to happen first? We're seeing some good aggression here from High Stakes. I think that they can really make this happen and they start to find each other. We're seeing some good opening plays here. Lots of mental tactics there, trying to make things happen. We'll see. Cool Nerd trying to take this one up the pitch, trying to find some teammates. Shintox puts that backboard. Can we have a jumper for High Stakes? But it's just off the crossbar. The shooter there not able to quite make that one happen. But good opportunities there to start things off, and a team pinch to try and make things spicy. But unfortunately, that one goes quite high and will not kind of make things happen. And looking like Scott Trump there, able to slot one off to get things started here for Farmers Only. That pop there going a little unfortunate, left unchallenged. And now Shintox caught a little off guard there. And now lead Farmers Only to open us up here. Now here we go off the kickoff again. High Stakes going to be looking for that, but Scott Trump again threatening a double. He's coming in hot today. He's looking right and ready. Ooh, and Wolfer with the slot. We'll put Farmers Only up one more here in the first minute and a half. Waits for that bounce perfectly, and then top right, Shintox was kind of almost there, but just didn't quite find the ball there. It's a little behind him, but you know, you don't expect him to slot that. Ooh, and Shinobi reading the kickoff bounce again. Farmers Only coming out strong. This is a tough position for High Stakes to be in here. Cool Nerd jumps out a little wide there. You can play that one a little more calmly, and it would have been able to receive that ball. Wasn't super fast, but those quick, awkward kickoff balls are something to be worrying about, as they can put you down in unnecessary deficits. Scott Trump's able to put that one on the backboard, and Shintox will collect that possession there. He's keeping it close, trying to find Cool Nerd. Has to bail out of that plan as he gets challenged a bit early there. And now Farmers Only will be trying to take this one back up the pitch, see if they can make something happen. Wolfer there trying to bang it forward and find a teammate. Cool Nerd receiving. Shintox should be taking this ball afterwards, but Cool Nerd is able to double that off the ground. Now we've got Scott Trump there with a free ball, trying to make things happen, but an awkward touch from there, and then a miss from the offense. Maybe a bit of grace here, a bit of fresh air for the high-stakes defense as they have a second to collect some boost and reassess their positioning. Brown Bread not quite finding the clear there, so Shintox will cover for him. And we're seeing good supporting plays from high stakes. We're not quite seeing kind of the heavy hitting, like offensive opportunities, but at least defensively, they are covering for each other and making things a little bit easier. So we're seeing a mistouch out there, and Shintox isn't quite able to follow it, but Cool Nerds almost bumped there, and a desperate save there will leave high stakes taking a second to catch their breath and try and get some boost so they can kind of get some offense happening here. And a flick and a bump off of Shintox there will leave high stakes with an opportunity here. They're taking this one up the pitch, but falls a bit flat, and now Farmers Only will kind of be able to pop this one through, and a good read from Cool Nerd, but that will not be enough to stop the Shinobi as he is 3 steps ahead, reading this dunk, and is there for the shot as Brown Bread is caught a little up in front of the net, and we'll put Farmers up 4-0. And this is the band-aid. This is where, like, this is like the game one nerves kicking in. They're a little bit excited. I know Cool Nerd was just on stream with me, so he will be. Brown Bread will get a freebie there, as Wolford doesn't quite read the touch out there. As Brown Bread makes the play happen on 10 boosts there, pops that one, and Shinobi's just a little awkward, and Wolford's just a little bit too close for him to really be able to deal with. So, breath of fresh air for high stakes. They're now on the board. They came toting something, and we're now seeing it. It's good to see this happen in game one, because like when we think back to the previous matchup of Team XV versus Cosmos, it was really rough going into game 2 when they hadn't scored anything, and they felt a lot more desperate and a lot more pressure in game 2. So now this should be able to give them some confidence as far as, hey, ooh, a nasty fake there from Shinobi. Good read here. He gets this first touch past one, doesn't go there, and then he fakes out the second guy with a delayed flip, trying to get a good 50, but it looks like Cool Nerd was reading a little bit too much into that, and it ended up being a nice fake there. Ooh, some awkwardness off the kickoff. We're seeing them drive up a little bit too much here. If they want to play and clean up that defense a little bit, they can take a little bit more of a wider approach towards that. Brown Bread look for a teammate, but Shinobi shutting that offense down. And ooh, that demo might have been their saving grace, actually, as Cool Nerd is able to make that touch there and save that ball from being in the high stakes net, putting them up a 5th goal again. We will see how they can kind of deal with this offense. But it's been all smiles here for Farmers Only to keep things to get things started. If you are a farmer, you are sitting pretty in this game 1. If you're high stakes, you need to place your bets now, that get your parlays in check, see if we're gonna get our Brazil or not. But with 10 seconds left, it's probably not gonna be too likely here. Wolfer will be trying to take that one through the corner, but doesn't quite find it. And Cool Nerd sitting well. They're starting to figure out their rotations, but that's not quite what they needed to see from game 1 there. Farmers Only taking that one over high stakes, and we will see how things play out here in game number 2. So, game number 1, going on to your Farmers Only. Solid showing there, 5-1. And Spicy Shinobi taking the lead there for his team, 3-1-1 apart. Keeps things nice and pretty for Farmers coming into game 1. And we'll get into game number 2 here shortly. We got some map changes, trying to keep things nice and pretty. All right. We're getting into game number 2 here. Just a second. We'll get the players going. All right, here we go. You can see him with his team there. He's locked in. He's ready. Just like we're locked in and ready for game number 2. Trying to see what they can do to make things happen. Ooh, and Wolfer's seeing a good bit of defense, a good space in there on the high stakes after this opening kickoff. Seems some good pressure. We'll see if we can make things happen here. He leaves this for his teammate. Brownbread's a little bit awkward, but he will be able to make that pinch out. Try and make things happen. Scott Trump not leaving that ball alone. It will be Brownbread to make a quick save there for his team. Almost getting that dunk through. Shinobi making that quick whiff and a bump. Makes things awkward for the high stakes defense, but they are able to clear that one out. Now Brownbread will be looking for play up the field here, but he will not find it. Shintox looking for Cool Nerd. Pops it up for him. Not able to follow through, no play there. Plays it wide, and now Brownbread will have some time on the ball to make things happen. But intercepted by Wolfer. Looking for teammates, and now just some bullying upfield as Cool Nerd, Shintox is bullying the Farmers Only defense there, trying to make something happen, but no possession there for the high stakes. Will kind of leave them in a place to be desired. No actions happening yet. I'm seeing some good looks and seeing some good pressure here from the high stakes, but we need to see a little bit more finesse on some of these offensive opportunities in the second man following up, and we can see a lot more goals here. But some good patience here from Farmers Only. They are playing this one a bit slower than their previous game, but granted, it's pretty hard to follow up a 5-1 with another 5-1. Ooh, and some complex team play here that's totally calculated. Is putting high stakes in a little bit of an awkward position on defense, but some fast defense here will kind of save them here and able to buy some time to make things happen here. But Scott Trump has been this impact player here for high stakes, making things a lot safer than they need to be. And then Farmers Only wants it to be. Ooh, Cool Nerd looking for the shot, but it's not quite on. That bounce up will be received by Shintox. He's getting challenged, and we will now see Cool Nerd trying to take that one to the wall. As he does not grab that boost, things will have to be kind of cleaned up here by Shintox. And a good leaf there for Brownbread, though. Brownbread, well, on boost, will not quite be able to make too many things happen here in this corner. But Shintox will take that over and try and find a teammate there. But Shinobi looking to clear that one out. We'll hold things down. Now halfway through the game, starting to see that this has been quite the back and forth one match compared to what we had seen previously as XV versus Cosmos. Little less finesse on some of the touches and the plays, but that has led to a little bit more even gameplay here in game number 2. It looks like they were able to kind of figure things out and make things happen. Not quite as a blowout as game 1 was, but that's what you want to see coming into game 2. The mental's kind of been reset here. They're thinking, all right, game 1, we're over it. It's fine. We got another game to play. It's a new game, new me. We're trying to make things happen. Seeing some good movement around the pitch here from high stakes and Farmers Only. They're not quite able to finish these opportunities, but if anybody's looking for them, see that road to bronze, Mr. Scott Trump is one of those players that is looking to make things happen, and it's a little bit dangerous there for high stakes as Scott Trump almost gets that boost, that bump there, and almost clears the high stakes defense so that they can just put one away nice and easy. Brownbread taking the one upfield, looking to grab some boost, lose that to a teammate. They'll make things happen from there. Shintox is awkward on that back wall, but he does make nice of the situation. He's around one, fakes the other. If there's another shooter, he doesn't have. If he had another shooter there, that was the finesse. That's what I'm saying. The second man there to support the offense needs to happen for this high stakes offense if they want to make things happen. Ooh, Shinobi able almost gifting high stakes the game there with a little backboard double tap, almost going a little awry. But still no goal here. We're down in the last 30 seconds, and we might be going into, I would say we were about to go into overtime, but Mr. Wolfer takes that up the field. It says, hold up, boys, I got this, fakes the cut there, and then goes inside to try and put that one away for Farmers Only, and they take it with 26 left. And off the kickoff here, this is now go time here for High Stakes. They have their backs against the ball. They've been playing well. It's just one play didn't go right. So hopefully they know that they've been playing well. They've been doing well. It's just not quite happening the way that they needed it to. And they can come into this on this last drive. They got to make it happen here. They've got Cool Nerd in the wing looking for it. Shintox is up. He's got the bouncer, but saved by Shinobi. And a missed touch there will put game number 2 to the Farmers. Very close match there. Only came down to the last 30 seconds before we saw our first goal there. And we'll give Meisner a little bit of a break, showing not have to have him on camera, so that he can kind of keep things happen. We saw that little head raise there, and probably not what he wanted to see. Now, we did not have the map rotation this time around. Looks like they are not quite locked in with that, but that's fine here. We're going to get to game number 3 here for Farmers Only High Stakes B tier. And woo! Yes, this is game number 3. We did not forget that. We just watched game number 2. It was a close one, but unfortunately, they just didn't find it. And now, if you are a farmer, you are sitting pretty. You love to see this. Not to see this play, because if High Stakes just had a little bit more boost and the people in the right positions, that was a freebie. Ooh, Shintox is looking to ball the entire Farmers Only defense, but isn't quite able to make it happen. And that's a good pop by Brown Bread there, but the High Stakes offense isn't quite able to find each other there. And it's kind of leading them to some awkward kind of like opportunities there, where they are getting in these countered positions, where Farmers Only is honestly just farming them, of just like, oh, they put a ball up in the backboard, they aren't able to find it, but Brown Bread's able to find the shot and open the door for High Stakes. This is the first time they've had the lead this series. Kind of make things, maybe we might see that momentum shift, because this is what you're looking for. You open up early, you open up a goal, and now we're gonna make things happen. That's what you got to be thinking when you're High Stakes here. It's like you might be down on series, like you might be on series point here with game number 3 of Farmers Only up 2, but that doesn't mean you gotta stop playing. Doesn't mean you gotta stop praying. And that's a nice bang up to Cool Nerd. Cool Nerd isn't quite able to find a ball forward there, but that leaves Shintox in a good position to try and challenge that after. We'll have a bit of corner ball play here. Not quite finding a teammate there. Not quite finding a way out of this. Pop up. Leave Shintox with possession. He's going to have a solo play up here. Looking for a teammate. Looking for a cut. Looking for anything along those lines. None of which are found other than the Farmers Only defense. But that was that kind of play there. And we are kind of watching this unfold as game number 3. This is a tense position here for High Stakes. And if we see more of this from Scott Trump, we're going to see some dangerous play here, as Scott Trump's able to take that one all the way up the pitch. Able to outplay 2 members of the High Stakes defense and try and make things happen. Again, looking for that teammate in center. We're seeing some good position here from Wolfer. A little bit of a missed jump here on the execution there. But we will see Mr. Cool Nerd game up high. He's looking for the ground double around Scott Trump. Doesn't quite get it. Gets the bump on Scott Trump, but that's not what you want to see. You want to see that ball go in the net. And hopefully we'll see some more opportunities here from High Stakes, but that was looking pretty there, as they're starting to feel a little bit more confident as they've now gotten that first goal. They have the initiative here. Can they keep things under wraps and keep things under control? They're not committing these double commits. They're not panicking and rushing their defense. Like, you've got the time here. Just play it calm. Talk to your teammates. Find your buddies, and you can make it happen. Shintox taking this one up the pitch. Intercepted by Scott Trump, and Brown Bread's going to try and find his way to an offense here. Shintox rushes out into that play a bit too much, and Shinobi will be able to clear this one across the pitch and try and find a shot for Farmers Only. Again, same angle, same shot, different player. They're just going to keep hammering the high stakes, and we've got ourselves a Rule 1 here of Brown Bread and Scott Trump. Now, if you are going for a tactical analysis on Rule 1s and who would be most advantageous to put in a Rule 1, I'm thinking if you want to lock anybody down from Farmers, it's probably going to be Scott Trump. But now we need to see this quick adjustment to the 2v2 and see if they can make things happen here. Shintox and Cool Nerd on the 2v2. I'm kind of happy with that duo if I'm a farmer, or if I'm a not if a farmer, if I'm a high stakes gambler. Would like to bet that that's the time killer that they want. If they can pick one up, but that's a good 50 by Shinobi. He isn't able to find the offensive opportunity there, but good pop there to Wolford. If Shintox can't get this, it's looking dangerous, and Cool Nerd saves the high stakes lead and keeps things happening. They're trying really hard not to break up that 2v2. We got a pop out from the Rule 1. Cool Nerd will be able to take this one to the corner, but low on boost. This is getting scary here for the high stakes defense. And the squishy to save it all. Shintox has made it happen, and bumping Shinobi out. It's now a 1v1 as Cool Nerds take this one down the pitch, but intercepted by Wolfer. The 2v2 continues. And with 15 seconds left on the clock, this is not what you want to see if you are a farmer enjoyer. But we are seeing Cool Nerd kind of push this one through. Some muscle happening. Just don't overcommit. Just, you got 2 seconds left. If you can make it happen and no boost, yep, and that will be how high stakes does it. Respect for the Rule 1. And that is how game number 3 ends up with for the high stakes players there. Taking that one from the Jaws of Defeat there from Farmers. They still have more work to do, but we're seeing some W's in chat for respecting for the Rule 1. Scott Trump really, as soon as he got locked into there, it became the high stakes show. As Shintox and Cool Nerd just held that down, save after save. They had about 6 saves during that. That Rule 1, they really just kind of made the saves happen. And we will go ahead and get into the next game here in just a second. We have players ready, and we are hopping into that kickoff. Game number 4. This is what you like to see if you're a high stakes enjoyer. But off the kickoff here, it is going to be a farmers only possession, and we'll have a double commit here off the rip to try and make things happen for the high stakes defense. Low on boost, trying to make a play up the field. It's Brown Bread looking to muscle his way through the farmers only defense, and a pop up high when Shintox with low boost, and he puts it on target. And Scott Trump just making a slight misjudgment on that save angle. We see the flip come out as he's boost there, flips, and he's just a little bit early on that shot. 106 still off the rip for Shintox. Will put his team on the board, and hopefully, ooh, it's a good kickoff there. And now they're going to be playing the 1-2, and if Brown Bread can get the center again for Cool Nerd, looking for a bump there on Scott Trump, doesn't quite find the way. But if he could have gotten that center, that was exactly what high stakes is looking for off this rip. And now, ooh, Brown Bread with a quick double off the corner. And we're seeing high stakes come alive. So did anybody in chat have a reverse sweep in their parlay? Because I'm expecting somebody to be hoping. We needed some believers in chat, and this is a reverse sweep mentality that we have the opportunity for, and I'd love to see it happen here. Go to game 5. But a good opening here. Oh, and a big fake from Cool Nerd to not shoot that right away. Doesn't quite put that on target, but he is able to fake out that farmers only defense, make them panic a little bit, and kind of keep things moving through here. And from downtown, Cool Nerds looking to try and make some heroics happen, but you need to keep things under wraps here. You have the lead here. You have the initiative. Don't get too crazy. You're a minute and a half in. You can make this happen. And a mistouch there. It doesn't quite go how Cool Nerds looking to make it happen, but Brown Bread makes the best of it and is able to try and put that one forward. But we will have some more corner play here, leaving Farmers Only with the possession here, but a mistouch will leave him chased down, hunted, and a pop towards the backboard, and we will find Cool Nerd looking for that intercept, but it's actually a counter for Spicy Shinobi. Shintox just got a bit too aggressive there, and we sent the whole team and the kitchen sink, and it just didn't quite work out as the ball spills out mid with a quick little pop towards net, and now Farmers starting to show some life here in game number 4. And High Stakes it's now has an answer, and they now have a game on their hands. Brown Bread trying to take that one downtown, able to get a bump on Wolfer, get things awkward for him. And a good 50 there from Shintox trying to keep that one middle, but there's no second man here to make it happen, and the aggressions on first man are almost paying off for High Stakes as that bump comes out and the ball spills out mid, but just a little bit too little boost on Shintox makes that goal not able to complete. So back in it will be Farmers Only, trying to take this one up the pitch, finding a clear, finding the teammates, trying to make something happen, but High Stakes is playing their cards right with this one, and they are cutting things off, moving the ball around as best as they can to try and keep it away from the Farmers Only. And even if you can just keep that away from them and keep the possession there and try and find your teammates and get that aggression play, we're seeing Shintox go for a lot of aggression here, and that's going to be good for the High Stakes pressure that's good for them if they can keep their third man in check. Because we're seeing some good off the ball first man plays, and Cool Nerd is finding some good on the ball shots on net, finding the gaps in the Farmers Only rotation to put them up again with that 2-goal lead, and it just goes right off the back of Scott Trump, and we will see High Stakes up again with less than half the game left. They are feeling pretty good about themselves. Clearly they didn't let the game one get to them. And then we've just seen a momentum shift as, Shinobi might be making a momentum shift his own as he gets the pop out, and then he gets the ground pinch there, times it well to put Farmers Only 1 goal away to equalize. Farmers Only is trying to say, hold up, we ain't done yet. Ooh, that's a good pop there. If he can get that tip. That was a beautiful tip there from Shintox, but doesn't quite find the Hood of Cool Nerd Games. He's sitting a bit wide, being a little bit more careful. Like I said, they do need to have their third man be a little bit safer here. But Shinobi able to find the 1-2 to Scott Trump, Mr. Road to Bronze, and put Farmers Only back in this match. It is now equalized. Farmers Only clawing their way back with 1:47 left in the game. Trying to make things happen. We'll see off this kickoff. It will be Shinobi again, looking for some opportunities. He'll pop that on net. And Cool Nerd will clear that one back out. He's got to watch this boost total coming into this play, as now Cool Nerd is kind of committed there. We got to have somebody back. Ooh, Brown Bread's almost reading that. If he was just a little bit slower on that touch, had a little bit more control on the boost, he was going to be able to show him what's really good. But we're seeing a little bit of rush play here from Cool Nerd. We saw him dive there, so hopefully that's not a sign of where they're kind of at as far as mentally and like what they think they need to do. Like, yes, you need to score, but it's equal now. You prefer to not give up a goal than to score a goal here. Ooh, Shintox looking for some play off the corner here. It's awkward there. You got to watch that third man, as again, they were looking for it and they're just sitting a little bit too close. Now it's going to be awkward for that High Stakes offense, but they managed to get bailed out by some close positioning there from Farmers Only, and now the ball's getting kind of spooky there. They got to watch that. If you are a Farmers, that's not what you want to see. As Shintox is able to slot that one off. Scott Trump, quite a little bit of a mistouch there, doesn't quite get what he wants to, and that was kind of going in already, but Wolfer, in the panic of the moment, putting that one away and gifting High Stakes a goal there. And with 40 seconds left, that might be the dagger in this game. That's very spooky for the mental and the state of the game for farmers. We'll see how this one plays out. As Shintox has that possession there, he's able to just take a 50 and buy some time. Scotch will pop that one back to Wolfer, trying to find something happen here. But we'll have Shintox playing close here, trying to make a bump and a pass happen. And a good leave there. And the counter there from Shinobi. He has been the saving grace for farmers here. As a tap up there, Wolfer is able to find Shinobi in the wing, and Brownbread just caught a little surprised there, not quite watching that second man extension. Leaves them with more to be desired, as we have 8 seconds left and an opportunity for farmers here to kind of steal this game back from High Stakes. We'll be probably going into overtime here as this ball is falling down. Yep, there you go, overtime, our second overtime for the 3v3 league this week, and we'll be High Stakes with the possession off kickoff here, and a pop there, trying to find a teammate. Brownbread tries to make it happen, but is beat out there, and Shintox left a little awkward there, and the offensive machine that is Farmers Only, as people are looking for bumps, demos, and then forcing out the other guy to pass to the third man, is really kind of catching them off guard. Now High Stakes is kind of recovering from this opportunity here, as they have now been able to find some time for some boost and maybe the ball here in just a second. If they can de-awkward themselves, they're stuck on top of each other, but it will be clear here to the corner. Still looking for more, and a big bang out from Brownbread will kind of save them there. And now Shintox is looking to try to find some teammates, trying to find an offensive opportunity here. They gotta watch his third man. It was a nice save there, as Cool Nerd is really kind of trying to clear that one out, and is able to save the High Stakes from going home after this match. But again, watch that third man. If you're a High Stakes enjoyer, you gotta be scared for this. But for the farmers, they gotta keep up their pressure. If they can continue this fakes and keep the pressure up and try and get the High Stakes to fake themselves out, outplay themselves, you will find yourself up with a series probably if you can get them to overcommit on a offensive play and look for that counter again, because Shinobi has been lethal on these counters so far today. And we have an awkward ball in front of that. See, there we go. We have Brownbread trying to make that happen and end the series in a heroics. Brownbread will have to cut this one off and try and find a teammate there, and we'll be it. Scott Trump able to try and make that ball happen, but no boost left in the tank, and Shintox up. We will find High Stakes here with the possession. Is able to clear that one out, and sometimes you just get gifted by boosts, gifted boost by being demoed. So that's what High Stakes is doing here. We got 2 minutes on this overtime, trying to make things awkward here for Farmers Only. We've got some first man plays here where they play it forward, try and play it off the try to get a demo off the play as they're rotating. Ooh, and a big clear from hitting that down. It's good patience there from Brownbread not to jump at that. A big touch up. We'll leave this in the midfield, as Wolfer and Shinobi don't have a lot of boost here, so this could be dangerous here for Farmers Only, as now they're sending this ball upfield with a low boost Farmers to try and deal with this offense. A little mistouch there will leave Brownbread with an opportunity. Passing it back to Shintox. There's a demo that comes out, and we are looking for that middle. Ooh, and Shinobi's able to save Farmers and keep them in this game. But now they need to keep things under wraps here. They can't get too crazy here. We got 2 in the corner, so it's up to Shintox to kind of keep things safe here. Plays it to himself, and now pops it mid and tries to find one more. Scontrump's going forward, and Brownbread's able to keep High Stakes alive in this monumental overtime. We've got a minute and a half left until we've played another full game of Rocket League, and I think this is probably officially the longest overtime we've had in the Grindhouse here. Ooh, a fake out there as Scott Trump's looking to make it all happen, but Brownbread saves it. It's off teammates. It's off backboard. It's off. It's all around, but it's still alive. I'm shocked that didn't go in. That was looking like it was completely over there for the high stakes, but they managed to make it happen. And coming up on 4 minutes of overtime here. This is our absolute slammer. I feel like if you don't win this game, you're not going to win the series from both ends of it. Like, Farmers need this game as badly as high stakes does. You pop this one to the backboard. We have this clear out, and Brown Red will be trying to take this one up the pitch. He's got to watch that boost total, though, as he fakes it out and pops it high, bumps one, but they got a demo there, looking for a teammate, passes it back. Cool Nerd's a little awkward to that ball. So Brown Bread says, hey, I got you, bro. I'll take this over. And we'll have some play up as Shinobi is looking to do it again as he takes it up the pitch, takes it around one, makes it happen. We have Brown Bread taking this one up the pitch, looking for it all, looking for a bump there. We have Cool Nerd popping that high. Will be Shinobi to intercept, but there's nobody looking for that possession there. Wolfert is getting bumped there off the play. Shinobi is bumped off that play, and now Brown Bread is left with that possession again, as Scott Trump is really trying to find the gaps in the high stakes defense here, as he has taken his time with the possession, doesn't quite find the offensive prowess that he's looking for, but now Shintox will be looking to try and get that ball, as Shinobi is causing chaos for the high stakes defense, but Shintox is able to shut that down and make things a little bit nicer for high stakes. But they gotta watch it as the pressure is building here. We're over almost 6 minutes of overtime here. By far, we have smashed the Grindhouse 3v3 League overtime record for longest overtime. And we are going to run every single match late for today. And they have absolutely destroyed my time schedule. But anyways, we are continuing to go into this game 5 here. Or game 4 here. And we need one team's going to break. We are in for an insane game 5. Ooh, and Wolfer almost flips the wrong way. And isn't able to put that one away for high stakes. But that pressure is here, and it's a 1-goal game. And this is so crazy. Oh my goodness. Ooh, we got a whiff off the backboard, but Brown Bread is able to collect that and keep that safe for high stakes. We will have a high boost here from all players, trying to make things happen. And a good old... unfortunate little double commit, but causes things to save it. And did he catch them lacking? Nope. Shinobi reads it. That 100 was really close. We will see Shintox putting that one down the pitch. Try and get a 50 after it. Can he find a teammate off that play? Cool Nerd looking for it, but he doesn't quite find it. So Brown Bread will have him in the wing there. And now we have Shintox receiving that ball again and catching the Farmers only. A little bit of back and forth, but pressure's mounting here as we are 7.5 minutes into overtime. This is about as equal as it gets, but Shinobi finds it and he isn't able to finish it. No, he had the opportunity in his hands, and that might be a toll. But Wolfer's able to find the corner as Shintox can't make that save, and it will be Farmers only. After 7 minutes and 49 seconds, taking that from high stakes. Oh my goodness. That's insane. Oh my gosh. I am completely stunned. That's crazy. So we'll come back to me to give him just a second. Can we just take a second to applaud the players in that match? Like, that was an absolute juicer. That was insane. Oh my god, are you okay?
Oh my goodness, dude. You know, they're a really good team. I feel really good with where we landed with them, with QFL not playing with us. I'm looking forward to a rematch with those guys. Was a really long overtime.
That was a really long overtime. That's the longest we've had. That's insane.
Well, that was pretty nuts. That was pretty nuts. You know, God, I hate losing so much. But you know what? I still feel like our team played pretty well. Overall, we had a really bad game one, and it was like, you know, we really struggled to bring it back after that. And then every game after that was so close. So you know, we just gotta be ready going into game one, where we're not down like that, because that should have been going into a game 5. You know?
Yeah, that should have. And like, man, there were so many opportunities from both sides where I'm like, oh, if they could have sunk that and the timeline would have been different, but like, oh my god.
There was a couple of shots on net where I just missed, or like I was so close to a couple of those just double tap saucy nice little things, and they didn't fall, and then we got a goal scored on us on one of those, and I was like, I hate that where it's like, you know, it's like everybody's scrambling, and then all of a sudden it's just a goal, and you're just like, dang it.
Oh my gosh, that was unreal for a game 4. Oh my gosh! Hopefully we get.
Is that the longest OT ever?
That is by far the longest OT for the Grindhouse.
Oh my goodness!
But
that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, we do have more matches to play, and that's crazy to think about. Yeah, so
send these guys little messages here.
And so to recap for you guys what we've got done so far today, leading out the day, we had Team XV versus the Cosmos. That was an A-tier matchup for you guys where. I think it was Team XV defeated the Cosmos 3-1 to make it happen. And then similar story, high stakes versus farmers only. This time at the B tier, we had a new record for an overtime as farmers had defeated the high stakes team 3-1 in game 4. And we have thoroughly annihilated my time schedule. Playing an additional full game of Rocket League over what I had expected. So, you know how things go. But this is generally what things look like. Anyways, coming up next, we have the Funky Monkeys versus How Do You Like Your Eggs A-tier. Coming in shortly here, as we are a bit over scheduled, but that's fine.
I just gave them the codes, so they should be joining up.
Yep, exactly. So they'll be pulling up here in just a second.
Oh man, there was just so many opportunities to take that home, and you know, as the player. Oh, let's change the team names. Tell them to leave. I'll tell them to leave. Leave. I'll fix it. Leave. I'll fix.
Yep.
Thank you guys for doing that. For letting us know.
Woo! Now I can take a second to to breathe.
I need to take a second. You know what? Like I said, you know, if you lose games, those are the games you want to lose. You know, don't get me wrong. You don't want to lose anything. But,
y'all came up toting something.
Yeah,
that was
a good
wild.
Match. All right,
that was insane. Thank you for that gameplay.
I mean, you know, again, same thing at the end or at the beginning. I felt like I was a little hesitant. And then
it's hard.
I started to turn it on, but it was almost like it just wasn't enough. And you know, I tell you what, it's really hard going from the stream to a match. It was a tough transition. Like, you know, I'm in this mindset of entertainment, and I have to get in this mindset of trying to win. That's a tough change. I wouldn't change it for the world, though.
I wouldn't change it for the world. It was fantastic. But what's also fantastic is our next matchup here. We've got Funky Monkeys versus How Do You Like Your Eggs. Taking the pitch today for the Funky Monkeys, we've got Broro, Delta J, Romeo, Shaitan, and Mr. Cod. On the eggs, we've got Tonks, Bachi, Kiwa, and Looney. Hopefully we got just as exciting of as a match that we just got, but you know, that's a very tall order. I don't think I can handle another 7-minute overtime. my brain can't do that, but I'm so excited to get into this next match.
I think we're still just waiting for the other team to get joined up here. I just sent them a message. 17 DLC.
Oh, am I getting pranked? I thought they were already here. I'm being trolled. Well, they have a little time, I guess.
Yep. I bet you.
And now they're out of time. Better be here.
They're out of time.
They're out of time.
Oh, all right. Well,
How are they not ready? Okay, they're pulling up now.
The other tough part about that is we are now 0-4, and I feel like all of our matches have been that close. So
it's just
we gotta get a dub, man. We gotta get a dub.
Yeah, you gotta make it happen. I think you guys are close. You've got like the offense, and like you'll see those opportunities. It's just your third man needs to be more careful. But we're past that match. We gotta focus on what we've got in front of us, and what we've got in front of us is that A tier lineup of Funky Monkeys versus the Eggs.
Early predictions?
Early predictions. I like this Eggs lineup a lot, actually. Lumini, especially Lumini and Bocce, I think in particular are my players to watch for Eggs.
Okay.
And I think if I had to watch anybody on Funky Monkeys, I like what Bro Rogue and Mr. Cod bring to the table as far as that duo, but I don't know. I feel like Lumini has a little bit more X factor to him that I don't think the Funky Monkeys have the same way. So my early prediction for my money, for my gambling tastes, I'm picking Eggs to take this early.
All right. Eggs in 3, eggs in 4, eggs in 5.
Let's go Eggs in 4.
Eggs in 4.
Yeah.
All right. I think just looking at this matchup, early prediction, I'm gonna go eggs in 5.
In 5,
with an
please
overtime.
Don't. With an overtime of 8 minutes.
One overtime.
An 8-minute, 14-minute overtime. And just keep breaking up the overtime minutes. We'll have 2 record-breaking overtimes. Ooh, and a big pop there on that for Mr. Cod, catching the Eggs lacking. To open things up, already trying to give us that caster's curse. As Kiwa doesn't quite find that ball on the offensive touch there. Mr. Cod's able to sink that one, cash money downtown.
Mr. Cod also made team skins for everyone, and those are absolutely wonderful. I don't know if anybody has seen them or not, but if you're looking for them, if you check the league information, rules and information, there's a link there where you can download the team-made skins that Mr. Cod did for us. They really all look really good.
And those are all the skins you see in the animations and stuff like that. That's all that. So you can get those, wear those, and feel your team pride as you're taking on the pitch. So not just talented on the pitch, Mr. Cod is able to make it happen off the pitch as well. Ooh, we see some good looks here for Eggs. They're not even quite able to finesse them how they want to, but I'm seeing the looks here. I'm seeing the pass plays. It's a good pop there from Kiwa. And if Bocce could slot this, he was very, very close to putting Eggs on the board there. Bro is taking this one up the pitch. We'll be able to play that around and put Eggs on the back foot, but the offense fizzles a little bit there for Funky Monkeys. So now we have the Eggs with the possession again, and Lumini is able to take that pass and say, "Thanks, G." When we slap that one down. I was excited for Bocce there. He almost team pinched that into that net because he got that reset off the ceiling. I'm like, oh, but it just ended up falling a bit too fast.
I see the vision and what you're talking about and what they've got rolling together, and I think the question is going to be I think it's going to be a matter of execution for both of these teams.
Like one of those. I feel like this is a matchup that's like who plays better on the day.
Yeah.
I feel like either could take it, but it really comes down to who's feeling hot on the day.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Bocce's gonna have to try and make something happen here. It's a bit awkward for the Eggs here as they try and find a possession out of defense here. Big 50 there happens, comes out. Bocce will receive that, but Kiwa's left back as third man to try and make something happen. He is able to swat that away and put that to space and time. Giving Eggs that breathing room with the minute and a half left to try and make something happen here. It's just back and forth trying to find it.
Could be a shot on net right here. Oh, what a
big
save by
from
Kiwa. It was good vision there on the save. If you saw, he went up, turned right back around for it, realizing he was the only one back to be able to make that save. That was a really good save.
He probably got that calm of, you're last, you're last.
The panic sets in. I got it.
I got it, I got it. Ooh, and Illumity's taking this up the field. Is there a shooter?
Oh.
But no, the double commit on the save will pinch this out and give Funky Monkey some time. And this is time that the Eggs will appreciate as Kiwa tries to play that one upfield. Ooh, and it's going to be rough.
It was close. He almost slotted that in.
Yep. He was looking for that pinch in, but doesn't quite find what he's looking for there. Just a slight difference in time, and maybe you have a different timeline. Ooh, save there, getting a little spooky for Kiwa as he dunks that into the blue offense there, but is able to clear that out for them. There we go. Ooh, the dunk's coming back down. 10 seconds left, and it is Illuminati to try and make a save on zero boost, but the fake from Broro leaves Mr. God with the opportunity, but he isn't quite able to find the angle, and that will be game number 1. Going into overtime, again, absolutely annihilating my time schedule no matter what. How many overtimes?
I told you, at least one OT. I called it.
Okay, maybe you did. It's been very close this match. And we will see how things kind of play out here. Oh. Eggs kind of have that possession. Trying to make it happen. Ooh, a little fake there. Gives Bro that possession. Doesn't quite find it over Kiwa. That would have been huge if he had found that. But Kiwa stays in. Looking for a teammate. Bocce's up. It's off the backboard. And Illumity's looking for that finish. But he is met by the Funky Monkeys defense. We'll have to play some time here. Unfortunately, Kiwa doesn't grab that boost, so he will try and have to find a teammate. Bocce sitting a bit close there. Leaves things awkward, and then a little bit of panic setting in as they know that they're in an awkward position, but looks like the Eggs are digging deep to try and get themselves out of this position.
How has your team boost been going now that you can see what your teams have got going on?
I have liked that a lot. I mean, I don't know about my teammates in particular, how they have been paying as much attention to it, but me, as like I like to see all the details and will take note of all those kind of things and have that awareness. I have loved it because now I can see, oh, my two teammates are up the pitch with no boost. I'm not gonna commit with them.
Right.
We're gonna play this slow.
We're gonna play this back. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never had to comp boost anymore, which is fantastic. It opens it up for more like thoughtful plays. That's just like one less thing I have to think about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think these players are like, if you guys could implement that on the B tier, that would be huge, because I see a lot of double commits for you guys on plays that are like, you just shouldn't go for this. This is just too risky. Like, but like
you know, we still are working on it, but it's definitely, you can tell, like, especially in our play, because you know you can see that, you know, the mechanics are getting better at our ranks, you know, positioning's getting better, but you can absolutely tell when the comms break down. What a shot banger from Kiwa.
That'll be, how do you like your Eggs taking that first one from the brink of nothing as they break the deadlock there.
Eggs game 1 OT. Now, I did say at least 1 OT. So yeah.
You are correct. At least 1 OT, and we got through the OT, but Eggs have taken the lead, so we're still on track, fellas.
I'm gonna pull and reset the server. They want a better ping server.
Perfect. Slide me that invite
of course.
too.
Yep, I will. I'll just, you're in my group.
No,
so
I got dropped.
Okay,
In crash.
well, perfect. There you are. And I will redo this one. Let's see here. There we go. And let's let them check the ping real quick before they rock and roll.
Sounds good.
Let them know, come back.
I need to go through and find a few more songs. If you have any recommendations, and it is a Monster Cat song, let me know.
Oh, I've got a few. I've got some. I'm going to have to send you a list now that you know. Oh, okay.
I'm loving the current list that we have, but I'm looking for some new stuff to keep things saucy.
Are you in? Okay, good.
Yep.
All right, cool. There we go. Easy, quick change into game 2.
Yep. And here we go. We're gonna swap back into that view here. And bang, we're into game number 2. Let's see if Barl decided to do the thing. Yes, it did do the thing where it said, "Hey, I'm not gonna update." But anyways, now we're here. Eggs have taken that game number 1 there, and after 2 minutes of overtime, and we're seeing some aggressive offense here off the kickoff. Ooh, a little awkwardness there from the Eggs that is not punished. And they will try and find some play here as Illumini is looking for names here. And it doesn't quite pan out how they wanted it to, but Illumini will have a free ball here off the back wall. Gets that pop up, and we'll find one more, but it isn't quite what he's looking for. As Kiwa is not able to get that clear forward, Bocce will have to try and double off his own backboard to keep things alive for the Eggs here. But low boost on Bocce will mean that he will not be able to make this play happen here. And a little 1-2 from Burrow doesn't quite find the net, but that's what you want to see coming into game 2. That's the aggression, that's the team play. You've gotten, like, yeah, you just had like a 2-minute overtime, but like, man, you will want to see that kind of communication with each other. Straight out the gate. So this might be good signs here. Ooh, and a slot there from Illumini. He finds that angle. Bro, not quite getting the touch he was looking for, and Illumini instantly reads that as Romeo caught himself a little lacking, kills his momentum, and just double jumps and prays.
Yeah, just like you said, it's like game 1 always feels so timid, and then you come into game 2, and it's like, all right, let's go. You know, it really does. It just feels different.
Top of the morning. Let's get this.
Top of the morning.
Yeah, it's game number 2. We're aggressive here. These teams got to watch their boost plays a little bit, because we've seen Kiwa was just like sitting on 100 for a while, but his 2 teammates not able to like he has to wait there, because if he doesn't, like, he's got 2 teammates on low boost, so he can't try and make that happen. But ooh, the missed touch there from Romeo. Illumini is farming it. Romeo, like, Illumini has Romeo's number here. That's a nice shot here, but Bro unfortunately should have gotten that one, but doesn't quite reach it.
Funky Monkey had a plan, and Illumini says, "I have a different plan," and put it in the back of the net.
That's a funny plan. Anyways, me put it back in net. Oh, he's up here looking for that double, and Illumini's finding it off this corner. Illumini coming alive in game number 2 here. 3
Is he
on
cooking?
the board.
Is he cooking?
He's got it in the skillet. He's saucing it, stirring it up, sauteing it, whatever you want to call it. He's in there.
If Justin was here right now, he'd be like, "Man, look at those after goal wall dashes too, just amazing."
Oh man, good to see Beans in chat. He's made an appearance. Our coach of the Eggs, and, you know, he's happy to see Illumini come alive. Really start cooking these boys. Yeah, I know you've been busy, man, and we only wish the best for you. I know you're having a bit of a family emergency, so whenever that does get resolved, we would love to have you on stream and have you back around. But no pressure until then. You do your thing, bro. Much love to you.
What do you think we need to see here to see this turn back around for the Monkeys?
Turn back for the Monkeys. Let's see. Well, first of all, stop on goal. No, I'm kidding. No, they are playing well, but it's a lot like how XV was playing in game like 1 or 2 of the of
the
their
first
series, where they're playing kind of like slow and methodical, and that's fine. But when you have somebody who's on fire, like you can't really play that. You have to kind of play a more shut that player down style.
Yeah.
Like you got to be like respecting the timings that like that player has, and like having good patience. I know Kiwa's gonna make a mess of this play, of this offensive or this defensive clear. Just out there bullying the Funky Monkeys off that ball. We're seeing really good communication here from the Eggs.
Yeah.
The big pop out there for Romeo. Keep things
Not
moving.
a lot of overcommit either. I think that's helping a lot. You know,
Yeah,
they've
stopped
realizing
the
they're beating and
bleeding.
moving out. Yeah.
They've stopped the bleeding. Now they just need to find the boost and find the good positions, and it's like, and it's a completely different series again. It's a big pop up there. Can we get the touch up there? And Kiwa will clear that out. Bocce not able to find anything here, so we'll leave Mr. Cod play this out. But we're stacking in goal line there. You saw them two stacked up right one after the other. They got to space it out and slow it down. Because they do have that aggressive Kiwa challenger. Causing havoc for this. Like Kiwa rotating that ball side there. But it does put pressure on their first man. And if they don't recognize that that's pressure, but that's like almost like, I don't want to say fake pressure, but like,
Right.
when you have people that like sit on top of you and like rotate ball side, you think about that kind of thing, and you think about how they're rotating like that. So, and if you don't deal with that appropriately, you're really gonna get capitalized on here. But then that was almost a banger 1-2, dropping it down for Bocce. We need a Bocce to slam that home. But good read there from Funky Monkeys. So they weren't able to quite make it happen how they wanted to in this game, but they stopped the bleeding. So if there's anything to be said, it's like, okay, it wasn't what you were looking for. Yes, we have some plugs in there from the bench warmer, and Kiwa brought that home to give Funky Monkeys one.
Mr. Cod wasn't even on the ball, and he scored. Props
to Kiwa for keeping that one
that
up.
That was a great score by Mr. Cod.
His stats are going to be buffed when those eventually come out. So shout out to the Eggs there for getting that game number 2.
That felt like a way different game than game 1, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that was so in control from the Eggs there. Lumity came alive to set them apart, and then they just held that. But good job to the Funky Monkeys there to kind of shut things down. Like they got shot like 3 times and managed to plug the wounds up. Like I would have expected them to really kind of crumble under somebody who's kind of playing like that.
I gotta get you back on this.
Yes, sir. Slide me that.
There you are. There you are. There you are, sir.
Sweet. And I know which plugin's doing it, and I will uninstall that once that's done. Once we're done with stream today, so I can hopefully not have those. Yeah.
Did you get that invite?
Yep, I'm here. Did you change the map for the next one?
I did.
Perfect.
I did.
Perfect. We got Utopia.
Oh yeah.
And we are getting right up to the next match. They are hyped, ready to get this one in. And
all right, what do we need to see here for game 3 to be turned in the other direction so we don't have a sweep?
I don't know, because it is really, really difficult for them to get things to happen, as Bocce and Lumity are really just cooking this team.
Yeah, they're putting on a lot of pressure.
I think it's got to be, like, look at this play. You had Broro taking that up the pitch, and then his support was Romeo, but neither of them had boost. So it's like you got to make sure that like your support has boost and you have boost. And that third man, all your job is to get boost. Because like if you can control that boost and make things happen, you're gonna find those opportunities and be able to do something with the ball. But like that's good patience there from Romeo, and he tries and makes it happen. But again, the back challenge after being on 0 just leaves it so that there's nobody able left to follow it. And if they like Lumity and Bocce are finding these plays a lot better than than like the Funky Monkeys can, and it's just 1-2 pass it around, and Lumity slams that one home.
Man.
Like, look at the Funky Monkeys defense, like boost totals for this. There's nobody that has boost, and they have to spend time rotating to get that boost. So now that leaves them vulnerable to these counters that the eggs are really good at looking for.
I feel some hesitation as well for whatever reason, almost like they're scared. I don't want to say scared. That's not the right word.
Yeah.
Just like they're unsure on whether or not they need to go, and it feels like it's turning into like unnecessary turnovers, as well as just beats on 50s that they should have.
And I think that's due to the boost control there. That like we aren't quite like, if everybody has boost and everybody can go, that's like one problem. But another problem is nobody has any boost, and like still playing the ball. Like Bro was trying to make something happen here, and then the player behind him had a good amount of boost. That's why we're on offense here, but there's nobody supporting Mr. Cott there.
Yeah.
So we're always seeing these 1 or 2 players with boost, but not seeing anyone there to follow. Kiwa could have jumped at that. Oh, and a mistouch there. He'll use Romeo with the possession there, but again, no boost to his name. And then another save there again. Mr. Cod. I'm like saying it over and over. I'm a broken record at this point. I need to move on to another mistake. or another play here, but this has been really good pressure for the eggs here to kick things off in game number 3. Ooh, and a big smash there. Bocce will have the ball there. Leaves it to Kiwa. Bocce looking for the read off the corner, but doesn't quite find it. And now they're in the counter position.
A lot of pressure here.
This is what you want to see coming out of the Funky Monkeys. Good bump there on the rotation, but Illumity's going to be looking for everything in a bag of chips, but he isn't quite able to find it. And as Brewer is there with no boost to make a play, yeah, he still thinks he needs to. That's kind of the thing I'm talking about, of like,
yeah,
you spit your shit, get off the platform. It's been tight here.
Close game 3, though.
Yeah, we're keeping it close, keeping it to the chest. Like, we're seeing some plays here. They're looking to make it happen, but it was a good pass there earlier to put eggs up. If they can kind of keep that communication up, I think Funky Monkeys will find themselves in a very dangerous position where they aren't able to find it. Like, the recoveries need to improve here from Funky Monkeys.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
That was a good clear to Romeo, but he wasn't able to find a possession out of it because he had 14 and was flipping kind of upside down there. And like this opportunity that could have been a goal is now kind of just like, what are we doing? We're kind of just diving the ball and trying to find a teammate and just praying.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing some good offense there, good defensive clears, and like this is what you kind of want to see from the Funky Monkeys to start making things happen. We're seeing good moves here. Ooh, and Illumity reads that really well to take that and put this in the eggs offense. See if you can pop this out to Bocce. Pops it high for a teammate. No one's there to follow. Respects the possession there that Burrow has. A little bit of miscommunication there. We'll leave Mr. Cod with being manhunted there by Illumity. Pop there. See if he can collect this ball for a possession. Flicks it over one. Illumity will receive. Now, coming in the last 30 seconds, this is what you need to make happen here. They got to
get a little aggressive.
Yep, they're putting shots on, but the problem is that like when you put shots on from midfield, it's not really doing. I don't want to say it's not doing anything, but like it's much more likely to be saved. It's much more likely to be intercepted. You could get countered. Like you gotta take your shots a little closer to the net. And it just doesn't feel like the Funky Monkeys have quite found that. And that will be game number 2 for the eggs here. Or game number 3 for the eggs here.
3. Over.
Sorry. Wow, that's over. Goodness.
It's a sweep. The broom came out really quickly. I think we both called that we thought eggs were going to win, but we did think the Monkeys were going to get. You thought they were going to get 1. I thought they were going to get 2. I would say, that's like Wheel of Fortune, closest without going over. We're both over, so we're just both wrong,
Yeah, I know. I mean, might as well be. But anyways, that was the Match number 3 of today. To go over them. Well, to go over our schedule again real quick, we got our last match coming up here shortly. We have Team XV versus the Cosmos. That was your A-tier match to lead us out the day. Team XV defeating the Cosmos 3-1. Then we had High Stakes versus Farmers Only, where Farmers Only defeated High Stakes after a grisly 7 minutes and 49-second overtime. And then How Do You Like Your Eggs versus Funky Monkeys, taking that one in a 3-0 to lead us out on our third match. Coming up next, we've got High Stakes versus Farmers Only, the coaches match going down here in just a second. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, and then we'll be right into it. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Right back. Okay, there we go. Sweet. We are back. Thank you for that short little break. I was able to get a little snackies and some water. Take a second to catch my breath after 3 back-to-back slammers. But coming up next, we got our coaches match. And for those who aren't aware, our coaches match a little different than the normal 3v3 format. We got a 2v2 where both of the coaches for the teams will play, and then they are able to pick up one of their S tier players before going into pick one of their S tier players, and then they'll play alongside that coach, and then they'll duke it out against the other coach, and that'll just be the match. It's a way to get the coaches involved so that all they're not just sitting there being coach slaves of hey, you have replays this day, this day, this day. You actually get to play in the league a bit. So for our higher ranked players that kind of don't qualify, if you're, what's our MMR threshold for, you can only be a coach or assistant coach,
it's been
like that.
It was close this season. We almost let Boss play as a player, and last minute, because of a person getting left from the server that was a coach, but we had to let go. We needed him to step in and play, but so he was right at the threshold, and I want to say his twos peak was 1800. Is that right? So
sounds about right.
just outside of SSL basically is where we got the coaches. GC2. I don't think that we've had anybody less than a GC2 as a coach. Yeah. So it's let's say Rob as an example, right? I know Rob is in GC2. I think that's the case. But man, the guy's a great coach, and knows how to run a team really well. So yeah, exactly. So it's not necessarily always just how good. It's it's how well do you rally your team and get your people behind you, right? And I think Rob's done a great job with that so far. So, but that being said, I think the threshold was right around 1800 or so that we pulled down from.
All right, then sweet. Let's stop yapping real quick and get into our final matchup of the day here. We've got our coaches match here of Farmers Only versus High Stakes. Taking the pitch for Farmers Only, you've got Othos and Mulig taking on the dynamic duo of Paco and Shakos. I am excited to see how this one plays out, because Paco is an absolute monster on the pitch, and I'm not sure if Othos and Mulig were ready for this one.
This is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see this one.
Right, excited to see how this one's going to play out.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
I'm seriously, man, I love what you guys have done with the animations for all this. Just every time I'm just I catch myself staring at it holy cow, man, they did a great job.
Yeah.
You and Jonk really cooked these up, man. They look great.
And I'm so excited for it.
And you said you've got some changes coming.
Y'all better be ready for that. Turn that down. There we go. And we are good to go here. Into the coaches match. Taking it up early, we've got Farmers with the possession here. Trying to find the opening goal, but Othos crossbars that. Now you're starting to see, this play is threatening here. Paco shutting that one down from Othos. We'll see.
Mulig got going with his car, man.
Yeah.
You gotta expect it. I mean, it's...
he always has the wackiest cars, and it's just wonderful to see.
Man's been putting in some work, man.
This is spooky for Paco.
Oh,
leading the charge early. Farmers is taking a commanding lead off of this.
Othos is on a mission.
Yeah, he's on a mission to beat Paco. That's what he wants. Paco's got to find that support there from Shack House, but a little bit of hesitation coming out the gates early as 2 quick little goals. Oh my gosh, I almost found Mulig there. That would have been insane. Off the kickoff there.
I can't get over the car, dude. That's oh,
It's
Mulek.
it's so not what it usually is. Like what we're used to as far as cars. Sweet.
Is that just in there too?
Yeah, it is. Shackhouse is able to
Oh.
just kind of find a freebie there. He was just on that
think
left
it's also.
side.
I think the funniest part about the cars is when you talk to Mulek, he's so unassuming. Like he's just not, just nice, a little soft spoken sometimes. And then you see the car and you're like, oh,
Oh shit!
oh. All right,
I saw him setting that up. I saw him
just shut up and enjoy these.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, when Paco has that free ball, I'm like, oh boy. I saw him come up that wall, and I'm like, oh, it's in. It's in. There's nothing you can do. It's in.
He's cooking a little bit here.
If there's anything I want to learn, like, to just have in the toolbox, is like breezies and musties off the wall like that. I feel like that actually does come up like a decent amount of times. I mean, mostly in 2s. I don't know if you'll necessarily get that in 3s, but like being able to pull that out would be huge.
Yeah. I mean, I can only dream one of these days. One of these days, the hands will do what the mind wants it to do.
You'll get there. Don't worry. You just gotta keep practicing it and putting time in. It's all reps at the end of the day.
I think it's like it's the mentality I think that everyone has is like everyone always thinks that they suck. Everyone's like, oh, I'm terrible. I'm just terrible.
Yeah, everybody
right?
does.
But if I look back at when I met you guys originally, how terrible I actually was.
Yeah.
So different,
Oh
but
yeah.
then you got somebody like
so
Paco
well.
here to just cookie cooks, and you're like, oh.
I mean,
geez,
he'd been like this like since he came out like the womb with Rocket League. Like this guy has been filthy. He's been like X2300. Like homie is like the closest definition to him we can get.
Yeah. Man, Othos is playing really well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he gets that good bump there.
Not that I don't expect it, but he's definitely given a run here. Both of them are not giving the space that I think Paco is looking for. Oh!
As soon as we say that, catch him slipping.
All right, yeah, Caster's curse, of course.
Yep. He cursed him. What's he gonna do? Ooh, even in the kickoff. Ooh, no, in the double commit.
No. Oh, no.
No! Oh, he isn't able to get that off the post.
He couldn't collect it fast enough, man. Just that car just says, you know what? You know what it reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of the Muppets.
Calling me
and
like
I don't know why.
Oh, my slot.
Ooh.
That's unfortunate. Just slam that off the front post. That's crazy. Ooh, Farmers are putting on a show here.
Yeah, this is a good match. I'm enjoying this.
We got 130 left to play here. We will see.
What a demo! Wow,
gosh,
he just sent him to the Aether, man. Jesus.
Paco with no boost. We'll try and make this happen, but if anybody can make it happen on no boost, it's certainly him. And it pops out nicely for him. He'll pop that on target, but Mulek reads that 2 weeks in advance and says submit a different date. We have a company event planned there. You aren't allowed to skip that. That is mandatory company time.
2 weeks in advance. That's him going, I know that you know that I know that you know I'm going to save this.
When you win, and then you win when you shot at my net.
Oh, opportunity.
They're hunting them down on these plays. Oh, here
Yeah.
we go. It's Paco with the play. Kind of lose that possession. Gets the bump there, but Shackhouse isn't quite able to find that finishing touch there. And he will 1-2 to Mulek and slam that off the crossbar. That's unfortunate. That was looking really
close.
saucy. Now you have Paco here looking for a ground pinch. Not quite the power he was looking for. And it will be Othos looking to respond here. He's rounds Shackhouse. But with no boost on the pitch for anybody, it will be Paco collecting that possession. Shut down by Mulek. But with the last 10 seconds here and that demo coming out, that's looking like that might be the match. And a pop on target off the crossbar. They're loving this thing. But with 1 second left, that will be the match there. That is Farmers taking game number 1 off of High Stakes.
You know, I definitely would say that I felt like the difference between that match right there was demos. There was a lot of demos that came out of Farmers, and I didn't see a lot that were coming out of High Stakes. It may have been just the difference maker right there.
Maybe. But we are go ahead and get ready for match number 2 here. We will hop straight into this and keep things rolling here.
Here we go.
Oh, the scoreboard did not update because Barl is a funny piece of software. But it's okay.
We know what's there.
We know
there it
what's
is. It's
happening.
updated now. Is
There
it
you go.
updated now?
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're good now.
Fixed it.
It's like delayed. It's just a little behind, you know.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah. It
little
just doesn't
behind.
quite get it. I mean, I had to manually click that button and say, haha, bonk. And Shack House. He'll be able to play that one and buy some time here for High Stakes, but he doesn't have much boost to make things happen. Paco didn't quite respect that. I think he was going for that 100 in the corner and then got caught out. Oh, still with no boost. They're trying to make it happen off of Doomsies, dips, dives, and dodges. And
what a
it is
save!
still not going in. Jesus. Ooh, that's a good send. Ooh, and he almost fakes out Othos there, but Othos low on boost is able to get that save to the corner, and now it will be Paco looking for Shack House, slamming that one in. Taking a good lead here early into the match. 1 minute in, and High Stakes is here to play. Whoop. Off the kickoff will be a pop forward, and we will see some aggressive positioning here from High Stakes. Trying to capitalize on the low boost that they do have there. Almost sends that one out to Shack House, but Othos shuts that one down. They're playing it. It looks like while they are down 2. Ooh, I was about to say it looked like they were playing kind of patient there, and unfortunately they were not punished for that. And then he doesn't get that quite wave dash he's looking for. He'll try and cut this early for Paco. Didn't quite find it, and Mule pops this one high, almost gets that bump. And a good floater block 50 there to keep the offense alive for Farmers. Ooh. Man, they are sticking to this ball like glue.
Yep.
Oh, Shack House
lot of
getting
pressure.
really close there with not a lot of boost. Ooh, and Paco finds the free space. Does he have the boost to make it happen? He will pop this off the forward and look for Shack House, who is not recovered yet.
Couldn't make it. It was close. Keeping the game within grasp. Farmers can turn it on here.
Oh, he's turning this one around with quite the air dribble, but dumping all your boost on that kind of I mean, that 50 is just working for them. They're making waves off of that 50. Well, a good touch there to keep that possession, but fortunately Mulig does read that ball, so he will swat that one away. Ooh, and a little double commit there. Paco pops it high, buys some time, and then just takes it away. So now we'll see Paco with the solo play here. Ooh, goes for a little pinch, but Othos is able to read that one down. So he will shut that offensive demon down.
It's like a fly swat.
Exactly. No! Smack! Ooh, Shack House is looking a little awkward under that, and Othos takes quite the note of that. We will see.
Man, this is a good match, dude.
Oh, this is back and forth for the coaches' matches. Usually Paco just kind of beats people to death.
Yeah, this is...
Big clear out
They're
wide.
playing, man. Farmers are playing well.
Oh, yeah, I'm loving to see it. But I think Othos has been very tactical with his choices for the matches. Ooh, and a nice read there from Paco to put that away.
It's like he knows what he's doing. It's like, you know?
It's like he just comes out of nowhere and just drop kicks them.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer. He knows what he's doing.
If there's anybody in the community who is the closest to being a pro gamer, it is Paco. I don't think he wants to be ever, but
could be if he really wanted.
If he really wanted it. I mean,
wow,
not even pro gamers can dodge the 2v1 get bumped meta.
No. no, just can't. You can try, but you know,
It's
9
not
times
gonna
out of 10,
work.
it ain't working. It ain't helping nothing.
Woo! Big pinch there. Is that on
Ooh,
target?
pinchy. Is that
Ooh,
in?
Sokas
Oh,
tries to find Paco through that one. Ooh, and another pinch there defensively, though. But Paco, being an absolute crackhead, chasing him down, recovers instantly and just goes.
and I think the man is running on like 8 hours of sleep in the past week as well. Like
Yeah, that
to
sounds
play
about
at
right.
this level, and you know to have one night of sleep basically in a week is it's pretty impressive.
Where are you pulling that from? Because, like, I know he kind of grinding like that, but, like, also, like, that's a bit absurd.
You know, this is the thing, right? And to give props to Paco on this, where he was like, "Look, I really want to help and I want to coach." He's like, "I don't know what kind of availability I'm going to have, and if I'm going to be able to make this work." And I just told him, I was like, "Look, we really need another coach that's like your caliber and your um, your skill level if you really want to do it." And he's like, "Let me think about it for a couple of days." You
Mm.
know, and yeah, he came back. He's like, "You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it."
Game
That was
number
good. That's good.
2 to high
Good
stakes.
game 2. So
Themselves on
going to the
board.
third. But yeah, I mean, you know, as the season has already kind of gone on, we're seeing, you know, guys working like a madman, 12, 15-hour days, and you know, he's still doing everything he can to help the team. So we appreciate him stepping in and helping us.
Yep. I think, and Rob had done something really neat and brought on one of his guys he trusted as a kind of an assistant coach. He just needs somebody like that so that he can take a little bit more of a break of it himself. If he could find someone like that, I think that things will line up for high stakes there. But not to delay further, this will be the last game of the Grindhouse 3v3 League.
How are we on schedule, by the way? How close are we? Are we close with that sweep?
We are like, I think we're like half an hour over.
Okay, so not too bad. It was that overtime, I know.
Yeah, exactly. You took
I tried to
forever.
score. I tried.
Excuse
I tried.
you. But anyways, let's not delay further. This is going to be your last match of the week 4. We'll get right into it.
I'm excited for the end of this.
Mm-hmm. And here we go.
I like the coaches' matches last, man. I just like it last, you know?
That's a little bit of stakes, a little bit of different, just to finish things off here. Ooh, big scary for farmers there. We were able to find some time there. Shackhouse not quite getting the touch he's looking for. We'll be able to force that on a line that Paco can deal with. Is he able to pop that one high? Paco's got to find some boost, or they're about to be in some trouble. But Shackhouse is able to get a clutch demo, and this will be a freebie for Paco.
Oh, man. Up 1-0. You know, this is the thing on the last game where you know, like, it all comes down to it. When you go up 1-0 on that first goal, it immediately feels like the pressure is lifted.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
ooh, look at this patience. Ooh, but Oso still
what a
finds
shot.
it.
Oh,
And the touch out isn't
good
quite what
save.
he's looking for, but Paco will be able to find that one out, and a monster clear to buy them some time here.
Now, on the other side of it, though, when you're in the last game and you get scored on first, oh,
Ooh,
man, you feel the pressure.
Neelix looking for it. He's not letting himself crack. Ooh. Otho's just barely getting that touch there. Ooh, and almost finding that angle.
Just missed the demo, too.
That's crazy. That's such a small opportunity, and he almost found it. Ooh, big spooky challenge there from Paco. He's able to get that and shut that play down, but man, that timing on that is tight.
The game speed feels like it's just lifted up in this game versus the first two.
Oh yeah, they have.
Like everybody's just really got it turned up. Turn the jets on right now, you know?
Oh yeah, this is game 3 of the coaches match, and Paco's getting sauced, and unfortunately,
Ooh.
Shackhouse double jumps instead of the flip to save that one.
We got ourselves a game 3.
Game.
I like it.
It does say game 2. Thank you for the heads up. I did not realize that.
I was trying to be as subtle as I could to say it.
Yep. There we go. Thank you, chat. Love you. Sometimes it just doesn't want to update. Ooh,
Oh, that was a big demo. Does that turn into a goal?
Boost? Ooh, the panic sets in.
Oh,
And
man.
all of those took a monster 50 to put them up.
You know, every time you talk to Othos, that's what he'll tell you. He's word for word.
50.
It's what I do. It's what I do. Like just nonchalant. Like it's what I do. I 50.
What do you do? I 50 people. That's my entire play style.
I can't skate.
Paco's looking for it, and he finds it.
There we go.
A little bit of a touch forward, slop that one on the back post.
Left hook from High Stakes and a right jab from Farmers to answer. This is just, I love it. I love this back and forth.
He gets the pop. He's looking for a bump here. He doesn't quite find the possession on the ball he was looking for. And it would be really risky for Shackhouse to try and make a play there. But he is able to stop that offense as Mulig comes flying at him. But on low boost, this is dangerous. Ooh, what a 50 from Mulig.
He just took a page
Wow.
out of Otho's book and says, yeah,
50 times.
that's what I do.
That's crazy.
That
50 was wild.
That could be the difference right there.
Oh my goodness, what a save. The
Mulig
camera
is
didn't
starting
show
to
it.
cook, man.
He is on fire. He is
Yeah.
alive at the right time. Paco's got to come back online if he wants. We need to see more breezy off the walls. If
That was an amazing shot.
if we want it to happen. Oof.
Huh?
Just gets dunked. Tries to fake him
Another
out. I love the idea there from Shackhouse, but it just doesn't like execute.
Pan out. Yep.
Like it's the right play, but it just doesn't get rewarded, which is unfortunate. They have a minute left here to make it happen. He spots Paco on the wall looking for that, but doesn't pre-jump. That's hard to expect him to do, but if he could have gotten that pre-jump, that would have been a different kind of play there. Ooh, the patience on Othos. Oh no. Oh
The 50.
no.
Hey.
It's
that's
all
just what
50s.
he does. That's just what he does. Yeah, that's 2 goals off of 50s, isn't it?
Dang, Othos has been in the gym looking for his 50s.
He's bigger. He's big.
He's massive. Oh, and a pass out there that's looking spooky, but it's off target, so we don't have to worry too much. And Mulig will just be a little demon, just taking all the boost, gobbling up, and killing time. Because with 36 left on the clock, it's gonna be Paco and Shackhouse trying to make this happen, but the boxing out here from Shackhouse to keep Othos on the back side of the pitch could be what they need, but Othos is doing a great job of keeping the ball up high and around, trying to find that opportunities there. 10 left. Paco's gonna pop it here. Yeah, they gotta make this happen. It's gotta happen right now. Paco's there, but doesn't look like they will have the time, and that will be Farmers Only defeating
That was a
High
good
Stakes.
Game. That was a good series.
Game
Good job
3.
for Farmers.
Wow.
That's a really good. I mean, Mulig turned it on in that last game, man. He was just looking saucy. He said, "Hey, coach, take the 50. I got the power in here." And man, 2 goals off of 50s right in front of the net. That'll get you.
That does it. That does it. And to recap for y'all what we went through this week in week number 4 here, we had Team XP versus the Cosmos. Team XP taking that in 3 games to 1. Congratulations to them. That will be a 6 points for them on the leaderboards. And then
I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, following up next, the match we don't want to talk about, but 3-1, Farmers Only taking that after a brutal overtime loss for High Stakes. And then followed up by that Funky Monkeys versus the Eggs, a clean sweep for the Eggs. They really showed up and showed out and gave the Monkeys the business. And then to wrap things up, High Stakes in a bit of an upset, I'll say. Paco's definitely who I'd say favor for these 2v2s, but Paco and Shackhouse could not get the job done against Mulig and Othos. They cleaned that up and brought home the dub for the Farmers. So the Farmers making out huge this week. We'll have to see how that affects the standings in the next coming days when we can get everything done. But that's pretty much everything we got for y'all today. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're in the US, I hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. And we will catch you all next Sunday at 1 p.m. again.